Hi everyone, it's Tanya with Whoops, KB Riley, really, really, woo, there we go. Oh, and I was supposed to change shirts so you guys would know which segment you were watching. I forgot. Okay, while we give you guys a minute to all get on here, I am going to refresh and see if I can follow along with your comments. Let's see. And there I am. Oops. But I'll switch over. I promise I'll switch over. I'm a ding dong. I know. So, how's everyone doing? That was an awesome presentation. Awesome. And I hope everybody can see this. Can you guys all see this? Yeah? Oh, and I can see your comments. There we go. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Paula. Hi, Lori. Or Laura. Hi, Brian. How you doing, buddy? You're doing great. So, I'm a bit early. They gave me an extra 10 minutes. You know I love it. We are going to do something super fun today. Tanya's Take. Let me talk to you about Tanya's Take with KB Riley. For those of you that were expecting to see Karen Burniston, I'm not her. I'm Tanya. I'm Karen's business partner. And I do these things called Tanya's Take. So what I decided to do was I would grab a die front that I really liked, some die that I really liked. This month, it is this one. Okay? And with that, I would make the cover card into a kit. So you will get the die and everything that you need to make this card. Then the Tanya's Take portion of it is that I come on here and I do my version of that card. So basically with the kit, you get all of the papers. If you cannot cut them with the die that's included, we've pre-cut them for you. And then you also get the instructions and you get to learn how to do that. And then I show you how to do another card with it as well. So let me get to it. Hi, Cindy. Oh, there's Karina. Woohoo, Melissa's back. Everybody's back. Yay. All right. Looky what we have here. Isn't this pretty? Right? So much prettier. And look at that. On your birthday. Turn up the volume on your birthday. Now this is a lovely card, right? I'm going to show you how to make that card. And I'm also, to some lucky winner who comments, I'm going to be giving away all of the dies that you need to make this card. All right, $110 gift value, okay? Some random winner that comments during the presentation is going to win that. What I have used, or what Karen has used actually in the original card, she makes all of the card. Not only does she design the dies, she creates the covers, she puts it all together. Amazing. So this piano keys pop-up, okay, she used the music charms, okay. She used the word set 8, which are connector pieces. They're really incredible. The long rectangles, which are crosshatch, an amazing set of dies. The add-ons for the Lorna add-on is a happy birthday add-on set. I love this. I use this so much. And, of course, the piano keys die. And one of our stamp sets. Okay? So I tried to keep to that when I did my Tanya's Take on this. Okay? And while you guys are commenting to win, let me know which one of Karen's pop-up dies that you want me to do the next Tanya's Take with. Okay, so it'd be some pop-up die that you really want to learn how to do, and you get the kit to do it with. So how much fun is that? All right, are you ready? Drum roll, please. Here's the card that was on the cover that you got the kit for. My card, normally I don't have it done. I just do it for you because I'm usually behind, but I got it done. Look. Yay! Look at that. All kinds of fun stuff. You rock. So this is the card I'm going to show you how to do. All right. Now I have got everything laid out. Oh, wait. Before we get started, let me set this aside here. I totally forgot. We just had a brand new release for KB Riley. This is Saturday on Monday, right? You guys wanna see a little peeky of it? Hi, Tina. All right, we shall get to it as soon as I have some coffee. All right, this is brand spanking new. I have to get the one that goes with this because I think it's just amazing. Okay, so look at this, the new pop-up. Is this incredible? It's an arch. All right, absolutely amazing. Her mind works in ways that I don't think that I could even make my mind go there, and absolutely brilliant. So she made this. There is an add-on set that you can purchase with it. All right, has balloons, and you can put all kinds of balloons up here. If you want to see some absolutely amazing cards, go out to KarenBurniston.com and check out, just click on the die, and there's so many samples underneath it. We just had a blog hop. You can go on Karen's blog, so much stuff. Our Facebook page, our Peeps page, so many cards, so much brilliance on that page. Karina can put the Peeps page link up. Don't go there now, but go there later, okay? So this is the pop-up. There is, hold on a second, another add-on set to go with it that creates a full rainbow. Isn't this gorgeous? Like, you can do anything with this, anything. So those are two new pop-ups and one pop-up and two add-on sets. She also has movie night charms. These are absolutely fantastic. If you guys watched, it was the flower pot pop-up that let's see. I'm not sure I've done it yet, but let me show you this card. This was one of Karen's classes that she did. Oh, the new release blog hop is still happening. So when we are done here, this is amazing. Look at this. This is the triple pop-up. Yes, Karen did this in a class, and I took the class because I was so enamored with this card. And now she has the movie tickets to go out with it. So awesome. Karina just put that the blog hop is still going, and everybody on the design team is giving away a $25 gift certificate for commenting. So you start with Karen's blog hop, and they will all go. The link is in the Peeps page, I believe. The email. Karina, you might want to put the blog hop, the first link, so they can go back through and scroll to it. Okay. The next pop-up that we have is a whirly wheel. I don't have any samples of this. I'm really bummed out, but the samples on our website are fantastic. This actually stemmed from a card that Karen did probably over 20 years ago, and she remade it this week. It's a little whirly wheel, and you just turn the wheel, right? And it makes stuff come up and go back down, and come up and go back down. And I did not grab the stamps for the release to show you, but there is a stamp set that you can actually stamp on this wheel, and it tells you which way to go and all the little, it says turn me, whatever. We have curved edges that will work perfectly with that. Look at that. Love these. We have a new graduation element set. This with the arch and the balloons in any school color is the perfect graduation card. And this coordinates with the little paper people that we had before. For all of the men in your life, for all of those birthday cards that you need to make that love to fish, look at these lures. Are they fantastic? Absolutely, so much fun. Okay, and then we have a new leaping animals made to go along with the whirly wheel that goes out. You got all these little animals. They're so cute, little unicorns. In this set, every single person should have this set, and I'm pretty sure that every single person that's ordered for this new release this week has purchased it. So supplies are getting low. We are reordering, I promise you. They're display helpers. So see how this card normally sits like this? You know, when you set it on a desk, it's a piano, so you want it to sit, you know, up to where it's always visible. But that's how it normally sits because of the folds. These are display helpers. They will help a card that sits like this pop up, and they're just little corner pieces that you put in there and you pop out and they stand straight up, and then when you want to close it, you just push them back in. It also has a slotted one for cards that lay completely flat. This is a fabulous die set. Okay, that is our new release. There's also, dang it, 5 new stamps that I did not grab. Okay, I think I have them. You want to see them? Hang on. I know I'm not supposed to leave my post, but I will talk to you while I do and run over and grab these. For the display helpers, it also includes a little stamp that you can put on like a piece of paper that goes in your card that tells the receiver what to do with those tabs, how to use those attached tabs to keep their card open. Fantastic, right? So it comes with the stamp set. You can't order these separately. It comes with the set. Have you told us where you're oh, I have not asked them to tell us where we're from yet, but these go with those. And the next one, these are the 5 stamp sets that go with you, or go with this release. Remember I told you that with the whirly wheel, we had a stamp set to go with it. Now I can't find the whirly wheel. I do not know what I did with it, everybody, but this goes with, there we are. If you could only see my desk, you would understand. Okay, here we go. Yay! So this does not come with it. You have to buy this separately, but this stamp stamps on that piece of paper so that they know which way to turn it, and then on this piece that comes up, you've got little words that can pop up. Happy birthday to you, congrats, hello. So much fun. Let's see, movie night. Okay, there's a movie night that coordinates with our movie night charms. You deserve a standing ovation. I love this. Lights, camera, celebrates. So much fun. And the award for totally crushing it goes to you. Yes. Here is a fun little birthday set, okay, which would go perfectly with the arches and the balloons, okay? But the rainbow add-ons, look at this. She thinks of everything. Isn't this fabulous? Okay, this is a rainbow set, sprinkling a little rainbow magic your way. Happy birthday, wishing you sunshine and rainbows. How much fun is that? Then we have a birthday set. You bring the sparkle and I'll bring the snacks. So cute. Okay, this can also go with the whirly wheel, and it can also go with the unicorns. Hope your birthday's magical. Everything works together. So much fun. Such a good salesperson. Anita, I just love what I do. I love what I do. I love our stamps. I love our line. I love everything about it. And finally, we have the congratulations, which works really well, of course, with the congrats set and the pop-up arch, if you want to do it. So wouldn't it be cute, like for those of us in Kansas, do like a purple and white and silver for K-State? Wouldn't that be a great graduation card, you know? So Karina has just posted the entire new release where you can see it at. And there is an I Want It All bundle, and I cannot even begin to tell you how many of those that we've sold so far. So, all right, moving along to the card. All right, this is much easier than it looks. And it's even way easier if you follow Karen's instructions on her video. So every page, not only does she do the card, and not only does she design it and all that, she also makes instructional videos on how to put them together. They are my lifeline. Really, they are my lifeline. So let's get started. So here's our original. So if you've got the kit with you, and there are I'm not sure if there's any kits left. There might be one or two. There might be one or two. But we're going to start with the turquoise piece. And when I cut out my stuff, I always put them separately, like front and inside. So we're going to start with the inside, okay? Now, in your kit, you had a turquoise piece, and that's what we're going to start with. And we're just going to fold it just like that and create a card, okay? I'm going to open it back up, and I'm going to put my two pieces, my two back pieces on. Now, I'm going to use my zip dry. For those of you, are the rectangle dies slimline? Yes, they are slimline. You can use them on normal cards, but they are slimline. They are, let me see if I can find them. They're normal, so they're a bit wider than a slimline would be, but the inside one can be used for slimline. And in fact, this is what I use on the inside, is the smallest die, okay? Alrighty, moving along, we'll use this little green piece. And the fun part about doing a birthday card like this, once you realize how to do it, is you just pick out any papers that you've picked up that you liked for birthday. We're going to use our zip dry. For those of you that did not see me before, zip dry is fabulous. It's rubber cement in a bottle that lets you move it around, move your piece around until it gets set. We have the paper kit only. You'll need to purchase the piano keys pop-up and the music sentiments. Okay. So I'm going to put this on here. So I got to look through my stash at the tons and tons and tons of papers that I have and just pick out some birthday papers that I really love to make a card with it. How fun. Okay. Right there. And right there. So that is where we're going to start. Let's see. Next, we're going to do our piano keys. Okay. Now, they are so easy. This card is so simple once you get the hang of it. I did the first sample on my own. Okay. What are you talking about? Zip Dry has a new holder coming up. Why don't I know this? Tina. What? I have a holder that I made years ago. This is my Zip Dry holder that I made. I do not know about that. But we are now carrying these, right? We are now at KarenBurniston.com. We are now carrying Zip Dry because I use it so much. The other glue, of course, that we use is the fine tip bottle and the pH glue, okay? So with this, I'm going to give you guys a little few tricks and tips that I learned along the way. The piano keys, do not use a super heavy duty cardstock for this. It needs to be able to move. The first time I did it, I used a really heavy duty cardstock and it was tough, okay? So on these, I don't know if you can see these, but there's a score line from the die here and a score line here and a score line here. So all we're going to do is just fold these over. I'm going to put my fingernail right in that crease and fold them over. And then I'm going to do both sides. And if you need to get that crease, you can fold it towards you first. And then you'll get the crease. And then just fold it over. Okay? And we're going to do the same with this and just fold it over. And I thought about, I didn't know how much time I was going to have today, so I thought about having one of these done first. It is easy, Amber. Really, it is. That's why I started doing, that is a very good comment. You make it look so easy. One of the things, when Karen and I first started, we met in my retail store. True story. Here's a little story for you. But we met in my retail store when I invited her in. I'm going to do both these cards so I can talk while I'm folding these this next time. I invited her to teach in my store. And she's just one of those people that I've ran into in life that right after I met her, we were just like friends. It was really cool. And we kept in touch and everybody loved her product, of course. And so one day, she was done licensing for another company. So, I will get to your answer, Sandy, in a minute. And so I asked her if she wanted to go in business together, and she said yes. So when she was at my store, those cards intimidated me so badly that if we needed one for a sample, I'd make Dolores do it. She worked for me. I'd make one of the girls do it. They were so intimidating. So then we got in business together, and I'm like, okay, I got to learn how to do this. Once I did, I realized how ridiculously easy it is. The work is done by Karen with the mechanism. You don't have to do the work, right? And so that's why I started doing these events, because I'm like, I bet there's a lot of people like me that think these are super hard to do because they look very difficult, but they're so easy. And you guys, if I can do it, you can do it. Trust me on this. So we've got our white piano keys done. Sandy said, I got the kits for Karen's card class. Was I supposed to get the papers for the card I am making? No, that is a totally separate event. Can you guys see on here where those are scored? All I'm going to do, they need to fold over. They're mountains, so it's going to be a mountain fold like this. Not a valley fold, but a mountain fold. But in order to get them to go right, again, I'm just going to use my fingernail and stick it right in there, or lack thereof, and just fold them up. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to fold them back. It just makes it easier, and they fold so much better. Now, as far as the question, if you got Karen's card class, yes, thank you, Donna. Sorry, I was reading a comment. When you buy for Karen's card class, Karen also teaches Zoom and virtual classes. We do the Zoom packets and some of the virtuals on our website. No, you are not supposed to get this. This is a totally different one. This is called Tanya's Take. Somebody just said, I believe it was Donna just said, when you buy zip dry, you need to buy it from a reputable site and someone that loves using it. Hint, hint. Yes, that would be me, and that's why we carry it on both. On both. See? And that's what it looks like. And we're just going to do it on this next one, too. So, yes, it should not be dried out. If it is, we got a hold of 6 bad ones from Beacon, and I don't know, it must have happened in the manufacturing facility because they were hard and half full when we got them. But other than that, if you leave the white lid on and you leave it out of the sun, a lot of people have windows in their craft rooms, right? So leave the cap on, okay, and put it in a drawer. Put it in a drawer, keep it out of the sun, and it should last you for quite a while. If you get it from a store, that big box stores, you know, they just bring it in. So, anywho, and with us, if you ever have problems, just give me a call. All right, now I'm all done with this, right? So here comes the fun part. This paper that I'm using is from the Paper Cut. It is glossy black. It's called Mirror Black, actually. Okay, Mirror Black. Is from thepapercut.com, and you can go there after I'm done. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this little tab and we're just going to put it in this little hole, and if you just tilt it sideways, and then look, it pops right in. You don't want it to be tight. It's loose for a reason. Pop it in. Okay, pop it in there, pop it in there, and pop it, you have to poke out my little thing and pop it in here. Okay, so we have this. Now this, if we fold it backwards, okay, this should line up. It's not going to, if you just lay it flat, it's not going to. Okay, so yes, Myrna, try a little bit of mineral spirits. Okay, so I'm going to fold this bend and make sure it's nice and folded. I'm going to line it up with this top. Okay, if you lay that, it should line up. I'm going to lay totally flat. If you go with these out, it's not going to, but if you lay it all back, it will line up. Then I'm going to take some of my pH glue, and the reason I use this instead of zip dry for this piece is this dries a lot quicker. This is our fine line bottle. It has a little teeny tiny tip in it, okay? And this glue latches down immediately. So I'm just going to lay this just like that, okay? And then I'm going to lay this, oopsie. right there on that edge, flatten it out, and everything will lay just perfectly. Just like that. Okay? And then we're just going to do that again. All right? We're going to do the exact same thing. And the one little trick that you need to remember is make sure that that this tab matches the side with this tab, okay? Because all of these are going to fold under. I look at these little things right here and make sure that it looks like a mustache so that they go out. Okay? So, I'm going to just fill those back in. And yeah, okay. So I tried to do this on my own on the first one, thinking, you know, this looks pretty simple. I should be able to figure this out. Yeah, well, the second one, I went back and watched Karen's video, and I'm like, oh my word, it's so much easier the way she does it. So I sent her a message, and I said, oh, by the way, your card goes together way better when I do your instructions over my instructions. So I'm giving you her instructions, but I wanted to show you. Oh, no, I can't find it. On each package, not only does she do videos, but on the pop-ups on the package, it also has the instructions. Pretty good, huh? So I'm going to do the glue here, just like we did before. I'm going to flatten these. It will all lay right on there perfectly. Get it nice and straight. Okay. And just hold it for a second. I want to make sure I get this little corner here. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a glue mess. See, Jennifer just said I finished my card yesterday since I needed it for today. It was way easier than I thought. See, yay. Okay, so now we're going to take these two. We're going to go back to our card, okay, and we are going to flip this over. Now, you can make, well, you don't have to make a double, okay? You can seriously make a single. This is made for a single card. She just for the cover did two, right? Super easy. So we're just going to lay them on their backs with the pointy tabs facing that way. And I'm going to take a ruler. I'm going to grab one. Hang on. Okay. So I'm going to take this ruler and I'm just going to put a teeny little dot at the 4 mark. This is 8 wide. Okay. So at the halfway mark, that's where this is. And then I will know where I'm going to put my first set of pianos, right? It's going to butt right up against that. So I'm going to put the glue on here, and you also want to bring it up on the little things, okay? And the little black piano keys, see? We're going to line that up right there. And I'm going to hold my card straight up so that it butts right up there. Right on that edge. Okay. Then I'm going to take the second one. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Just repeat. All right. Going to line it up right on that fold, and the thing is if you line it up on that fold, it's going to line itself up here. I did not do that last time, and I want to show you the difference between doing it my way and doing it Karen's way. So I couldn't figure out quite how to do this on my own, and see what happened here. I've got that little lip and that little gap. That's why her videos are brilliant. Exactly why. Because if you do it her way, look, perfection, right? All right. Oh, did I tell you somebody's going to win this card for commenting? Yes. Oh, thank you, Christine. Goodness sakes, that's very nice. So I'm going to leave that there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold both these over. Not just the first lip, but I'm going to fold this over, just like this. I am not going to put glue on both of them. I'm just going to put it on that first slip, like this. Okay, and just like this. Then I'm going to close my card. I'm going to hold these two down, my fingers, just like that. I'm going to close my card. And I'm going to let it sit here just like this for a second. And we're going to work on the front while this attaches. I always like to let it sit for a little while because I tend to get really excited and then I want to open it up and then I rip it. So we are going to work on the front of the card for the moments. And then we'll get back to the inside. So on my fronts, I always do my panel first and then I attach it to the card because I tend to mess up and I don't want to ruin what's inside by ruining the front, right? So what we're going to do is I took the same two colors and I used one of the long dies and I brought this out. I'll bring my zip dry here. If your zip dry does that, remember you guys, this zip dry is liquid, it's rubber cement, like the old rubber cement that we used to have in jars with that nasty little brush thingy, wire brush thingy. This is the same thing, only in a bottle. So it does clog up here. All you gotta do is just like use your fingers and pull it off. So here we go, I'm gonna do that. You got lots on there, so it squishes out over the side, and that's okay, because you just rub it off, and it all comes off. Look at that. Isn't that great? Oh, goodness. No towel required. Doesn't ruin your paper. I don't know how many times I have been demonstrating using zip dry and using it on a card online and accidentally messing up and having to use, oh, see how I moved it? How this top area is not like the bottom area? You can let it move back up. And you've only got about probably 30 seconds and then it locks down and you'll never get it off. So the next thing I am going to do, let's see. I'm going to do a little border. This is one of our border sets. Gosh darn it. And I'm just going to put it across here. Add a little pink. Now, as you will see, I've got this down here, but I'm trying to slide it this way with the pH glue, and it's not letting me because it goes down tight, and that's what it's supposed to do. That's why I have two glues. I have my pH glue and I have my zip dry in there for very different reasons. Okay. I know I'm not going to need all of those, but that's okay. And I'll lay that on here. And the pH glue in the fine line bottle, the fine line bottle does not come with the pH glue. But the glue that we use in the fine line bottle dries clear too, so even if you get it out there. Oh, now that is a testimony right there. Karen's videos are so good that her 11-year-old granddaughter follows them to make pop-ups. Okay, now, next thing we're gonna do is, this is different than what was in the Tanya's Take kit, okay? But this is the happy birthday words, and all I'm gonna do is glue them together. And to do them, create a little shadow for myself. The zip dry is fabulous. I know, right, Wendy? If you ever try it, you'll never ever go back to a tape runner. You'll never go nothing, because it's so workable and it's so good. It doesn't warp. give you a little trick on how to do shadows like this. If you start on your left side and start with the first letter, let's do this up. So the shadow is going to be underneath me on this one. It's going to be to the bottom. Okay? And then just work your way across. That way you can get every letter lined up just perfect. And I just work my way across and squeeze it. And then make sure when I get to the ends that they're all lined up. There we go. Just like that. And then we're just going to glue that down. Yeah, one thing I like, I just saw a comment that said a little goes a long way with the zip dry. You do not have to cover, if you notice I only do around the edges. You do not have to cover the whole thing with glue like a lot of people do, you know, with their tape runners. So yeah, you can find zip dry at KarenBurniston.com. Okay. And I'm just going to lay this on here like this. And now we get to start decorating. So with the music charms that you get, you have all kinds of little notes. Okay, notes come with the piano keys and they come with the music charms too. So I just cut out a bunch of them and I'm gonna pick that to go there, and nope. Turn it over here. Let's see, no, let's do this little dude. Let's do him up here and that one there. There. Let's see. This is double-sided paper. And it had all the same colors. And on the other side, like the side of the green, on the back of the green, it had the blue. So, you know, it looks like it's all blue, but it's really not. Excuse me. Okay. That's fine. I want to do one of these fancy ones. Right there. Okay. So let's glue these down. Oopsie. It's kind of giving me fits. What happens is that after I do the happy birthday, I have glue on my hands. And so now everything wants to stick to my fingers. Let's do. No, we'll wait on it. Okay. Now, when you're doing the front in your kit, okay, mine has this on it. This is because I screwed up stamping. Okay. I screwed it up and it was already glued on, me bad. So I had to stamp it again and put it on a little square. So yours is going to be a tad bit different than the cover for that reason. No, yours won't be, let me rephrase that, may I? Yours won't be different. Mine that I showed you today is different than what you have because I screwed up. But just on the front. All right. Now, to be super fun, I just found some little pearly things. And I'm just going to put that there. And put that there. And put that there. Okay. And I'm going to put the green ones. Use anything you have. If you have sequins, use sequins. No, I rarely use tweezers to put these on. All of these questions that you guys are asking me, I promise I will answer. But I go through all of your comments after we're done. And of course, Karina will choose a winner. When my fingernails are longer, I use tweezers, or when these are smaller. Okay. So that is our front. Isn't that cute? And we will glue that on our card when we're done. Isn't that easy? All right, now let's open this bad boy back up. And when you open these up, go very slowly. Okay. Kind of work it a little bit. There. Look at that. Perfect. Right? Perfect. What I did forget to do before I glued my panikies on was put this down. So we're going to do it a bit differently in this one. Get that to bend back a little bit. All right, I am going to glue it like this, and instead of having the space at the bottom, I'm just going to cut that piece off. Okay, the space is going to be by the keys instead. So I'm going to use this glue for that. You can use your zip dry if you would like. And I'm just going to hope that I get this in the right place the first time. And right there. All right, then I'm just going to turn it over and cut off the extra. Not optimal, but it's what you do when you mess up and you forget. Okay. Now we are ready to, what do we have left? Oh, yeah. So we are going to use our border again. Okay. Let me get that open so you can see. We're going to put it along this bottom. Alrighty. Just like that. And use the piece that I cut off from last time. Nope, wrong end. And just butt it up nice and neat with that. So I know I don't need this last one. That's what I'll hang on with. Oops. All right, so what I would like from you guys, which will help you also comment, because somebody's going to win this card, and somebody is going to win all of the dies that I used to make this card. All right, what Karen Burniston die would you like me to do with the next Tanya's Take? Which Karen Burniston pop-up would you like to see put into a kit that you could purchase? What cover? Okay, it would be the cover. So look at the covers, find something you like, and let me know. All right, so we have that done. Okay, now I just stamped the You Rock in one of the little ovals. All right, and I'm just going to put it right there. On this one, I did the pink. Okay, I don't think I'm going to do it with this one. Maybe just a little. I still have a little bit left on this, so maybe just a tiny bit. No, I don't. That's a wee tiny bit. Like a little bit of a sponge, just a little teeny tiny bit. Okay, I want to see all the comments because I'd be very interested in seeing what you guys would like me to put in a kit. So I'm just going to put that right on there. I'm going to go right up to the front. And I want something to latch it down real quick, so I'm going to use this. Okay. And even line it up. And turn it over again. And we're just going to trim that off. And there we go. How cute is that? Now all we have to do is the top part. Love anything with balloons. The flower pot pop-up. Did we already do that? I've done a demo, but I don't think I've done a kit. The popcorn card earlier that I did was actually the flower pot. So I could show you how to make the flower pot because that's what's on the cover. All right. And I'm just going to glue those on. Now there's a little tip, there's a little trick to this. So these are the little notes that come with the music charms. I'll show you. Let me find it. This little set right here. Fabulous. Fabulous. Okay. Have I done a succulent kit? No, I don't think we have a succulent die. No, you guys, the kits that I will do, so think about this for a sec. Let me go back and start over again. The Tanya's Take kits are just making the card that is on the cover of the die and putting it into a kit for you guys. All right, that's what it is. So what was on the cover of the piano, I'm gonna put this right in the center. Okay, right in the center, just like that. All right, so let me show you again. So the piano die is this, right? Okay, and this is the card that I made. It's just the card on the cover. Okay, this is Karen's design. She designed this, and I just recreated it and put it on a kit, put it in a kit. So this and everything to make this card comes in a kit. That's what I'm asking you. Which die would you like me to make Karen's card and put in a kit? Okay, then when I show it here, I do my version. Tanya's Take. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is just continue on. Da, da, da. And I'm going to put these little white what do they call these? Is this a staff? What is this? What are these little music things? Karina, what are these little music things? A peekaboo what? Peekaboo what, Myrna? It has to be one of our dies. Okay, and then I'm just going to lay that right over that edge and let it dry for a second. Nope. And then start going from the other way. This would be, I'm going to give you guys another tip. This would be so much easier if you actually put your paper on double stick paper, double adhesive paper first, and then cut them out. And then you literally make yourself a sticker, right? It's called a staff, right? Yeah, this is a staff. Ooh, see? I knew something. Staff. And finally, we will do this last one. We're getting there, I promise, and we might have extra time left over, so I can show you guys some samples. If you made stickers out of these, it would eliminate getting glue all over. Okay, Amber said movies. I'm not doing a theme, I'm doing a die. The Tiny Trees card. Oh, the one where there were several in the little forest? Ah, okay. That's a good one. So now I have these all the way across. Okay. There we go. We have that. Now all we have to do, the Music Charms has this little, I don't know what this is called. Treble clef? right? I used to know all this stuff. So I made one of these out of the glossy plaque. We'll just add it on. And now when you add your notes, we're going to lay those out first, okay? Just so I know that I'm going to like them. I brought this because I thought, maybe I'd do that on the top. But it gets to be a bit much, but it is kind of cute, don't you think? Should we do that? Yes, Penny, we could. That would be a great idea. Yep, I think I'm going to do that on this one. Let's just see what it looks like, okay? Might as well, right? I will tell you guys a little tidbits of information regarding music since I'm gluing and putting this on, and there's really no instruction for it. Karina, who, if you've ever talked to customer service, you've talked to Karina. She is also my right hand when I do these events because she's the one that pops up that says Karen Burniston. She is in an a cappella group in Detroit, and they are in the top 10 in the world. That's how good her group is. Is that insane? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay that right on there so it matches. Okay? I'm lay it right on top. The top 10 in the world. Their group is so good. I know they were 10th this year. I think they got, I don't know, it was 6th. I'm not for sure, but I do know that they are in the top 10, and they have consecutively been in the top 10. They are so good. So good. Karina used to work for me in my shop, too, in my store, and she'd just sing, and it just sounded like a little songbird singing along. She really did. It was just, I about stabbed myself in the leg. Anyway, little tidbit for you. Okay, so now we are going to find some notes here. I've got all these little notes left over. So let's start with a little pink one and lay them out before you glue them down. So that way you have room, you can change them around and all that good stuff first. So that's what I do. And I don't know what this is. All I kept thinking is there's going to be people on this group, including Karina, that actually really know their music. And I'm going to be laying out a little score here that makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah. But it's Tanya's music, right? It's Tanya's music. There we go. And it's bright and happy and sunshiny. Okay. There's a coffee pop-up die. What? Oh, I just got that. They get to wear, Karina's group gets to wear really fancy little outfits and stuff. Okay. You ready? And all we're going to do is glue this down. See how easy this card was? And it looks so difficult, doesn't it? Love all the bright colors of notes, but it could be cool with the checkerboard and black. Yeah, it would be very cool. You should make one of those, Amber, and then you can put it in our Pop-Up Peeps group, our Facebook group. I would love to see you guys' cards. And the last time I did a class, you guys started posting your cards, and I was just so quite impressed. Ready? And this. How many people do we have on this video right now? How many of you folks are in the galley? Is that the galley? Oh, no way. They laid out the notes that actually played Happy Birthday. See, that would be lost on me because I wouldn't know what it is. But yeah, I can put the notes any way I want because it's my take. A little bit of chaotic music? Sure. And finally, we have this. And you guys, done. Now, you know what I do have left over? Look at this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just so happens we have 6 of these left over too, huh? Right? So there's 1, 2, oh, this is so cute. Somebody's gonna win it too. There. Look at that. You rock. Yeah? And I made sure that when I added them, I didn't add them to the notes on purpose, you guys, because when you close this card, you don't want anything to smash into your keys. But if you close it, it won't. It's along this bottom line, so I could put it on the top, right? That's why I didn't do it on the keys in here. So now all we have to do is add this. Yep. And I want it to, nope, I'm gonna use my zip dry, just in case I screw up. So with zip dry, see if you go out to the edge, it will squish. It'll squish out and hold your edges down really, really well. So put it on here, and put it on there, and I see this little piece right here that I need to snip off. And we make it nice and straight and rub off all the edges. And what I found, even sometimes I'll come back and there'll be some zip dry that's like sticking out of a card somewhere that I didn't notice when I made it, and it still rubs off. It's so amazing. But I'll tell you, it mails well, because if you try to get these off, if you try to separate the papers that have been glued together with zip dry, it will tear them to shreds. It is so good. All right. Like that. And this will sit down. All right. See, we did the front a while ago and it still rubs off. And there's our card, everybody. Ta-da! Right? I pulled one side back. Cute, huh? Yes. And how easy was this? How simple was this? It's just gluing down, just cutting out and gluing down, and it looks so difficult. Who would not love to do this? If you go out and look at some of our designers' cards out of this, they do so elaborate designs, and they add one die with another die, and it's incredible. So there's that. Now you guys want to see some samples? Yeah. And I will send that to somebody. Some lucky winner's just going to get a random card from me in the mail. And I don't think that we should announce it, Karina. I think that we should just draw, and then they'll end up getting a card randomly, and they won't know who it is. And then they can go onto the peeps and say, hey, I won. Hi, Victor, you're back. All right. It is very easy. It is very, very easy. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of all of my waste, and then I will show you guys some samples. Okay. Let me show you this. This was the Tanya's take beforehand. So, look at that. This was the ice cream dish. See how it moves when you close it? It opens up. Comes with a spoon. And this was the last Tanya's take kit. Yeah. And this is exactly what's on the front. This is what's on the front. Okay. And let's see if I can find the other ones. Oh, this was a Tanya's take. And you guys, there might, if you like these and you want the kit, there might be some extra kits still out there. So this was another Tanya's take that we already did. It's the barn. Guys, oh, let me see. There we go. It's a barn card. Isn't that cute? And the little doors slide. They move back and forth. Yes, so this was on the cover. Let's see if I can find my take on it. Oh, wait. Hold on. I lied to you guys. I am so sorry. So this was the ice cream dish card that Karen made. All right. That opens up with the same dish, right? It moves, does all this. This is what was in the kit for you to make with the die. This was the Tanya's take on it. So you'll see both of those. And see if you could only see. Here's my pirate card. I'll just grab these cards and pull them all out here. And I will show you what I have in my stash. I have to show you the Tanya's take on this. I had little animals on it. It was really cute. So this was the card that you guys saw before. Okay, this is actually the flower pot. This is the flower pot. And then there's a popcorn add-on set. And there's a little stamp set to match. Right? Let's see. These are winter cards. Winter. Do you guys care if they're winter? Oh, look here. So the flower pot. This was one that I made during a demonstration out of the flower pot as well. And it just had a really pretty little base that you set it on for a card. And it goes into a 6x6. Cute, huh? Gosh darn it. Let's find some not snowy ones. What happens when I go to oh, this is a good one. When I go to make a card, when I go to pull this stuff out, I never can find what I'm looking for. So I throw everything on the floor and then I put it all back in. And all of the Christmassy ones are always on the bottom, so now they're on the top. Alright, I think I've got samples, so I'll just show you guys some samples. So, here, staying on the music theme, see, this is a single piano. But she also, how this was made was, this is, alright, let me show you. So one of the dies that is in the kit to give away is the Happy Birthday Lorna add-ons. Now, the Lorna label is actually this piece right here. So she put this piece on first. Okay, Sandy made this. Our design team member Sandy. She put this on first. Okay, so that's what this piece is. Then she took the piano keys and attached it to this piece instead of the back. And so you've actually got two pop-ups on this one. And turned it into a gorgeous Christmas card. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? All right, what else? Some of the cupcakes. Oh, this card isn't even done. It was just a sample to show. You guys are so fun. And here's a wedding card with a little chapel. Okay. Oh, here's some cupcakes that are done. There we go. A landscape rectangle. The wrong way. Isn't that fun? Yeah. And here's another with the Lorna. See? And this is another add-on set. So there's a birthday one that does just that. And let's see. Oh, popping up to say hello. Ah. And surf's up for new adventures. Oh, it's our postage. Let's just pop up. And let's see what this one is. This is kind of fun because I don't even know what's in these either. Oh, yeah, look at that. Balloons. Okay. On the same line, let's see if I can find it. No, I probably won't be able to. So we did an event. And we did an event in Kansas City, and I love Halloween so much. And Karen had brought these samples, and so I begged, and she let me take them home. So I have to show you. I know it's not Halloween, but check this out. Isn't that fantastic? The little labels pop up. Isn't it cute? We have all of these in the little sets to go with it. So while I'm at Halloween, same kind of thing, right? And this one, isn't that amazing? You guys can do all of this. It's so simple, and don't they look daunting? But they're not, I promise you. Somebody earlier said that they'd like me to do the pirate. Arg. The pirate ship. Yo ho ho. Yes. Okay. And who's it? Karen Aiken made this one. But this. Uh-oh, I broke it. It got broken. It folds out like this. Isn't that pretty? Broke it. What else do I have in here to show you? Let's see what this is. A gingerbread house. The pop-up house has so many different little add-ons that you can use. Fun, huh? This would be a fun one to do for a Tanya's take. Really fun. And a happy birthday. Look at that. Yep. This I combined Riley with KB. I actually didn't. I think it's probably Karen's maybe? I don't know. I ate cake because it's somebody's birthday somewhere. Yes, this is a cake pop-up. And you can make wedding cakes with it. What's this one? A rowboat with 2 little gnomes. I'll go anywhere with you. Aww. You say you like boxes instead? They've been to Tad Flats because I've had them in here for a while. But look at these little these actually do pop up when you make them fresh. My rubber bands have kind of died and stretched out. These little pop-up boxes. Okay. And I had one here that I pulled out intentionally. Okay, so I have to show you guys this. Sue Kreider made this, okay, and sent it to me because I'm in Kansas, right? So this is the little people that we have. And look, it's tornado season. There's no place like home. With a little house. It even has a little porch. Isn't this fabulous? So I had to show you guys that. Okay. And look at this. Happy Mother's Day. This is fun too. Waving hello. Can you imagine getting this as a card? I mean, I know we love this, that we make these. But can you imagine getting one of these and not be a card maker? They'd think that you were just like, look at a little seashell border. If you guys have not checked out Karen's borders, they are amazing, amazing. Enjoy school. Look at that. It's a schoolhouse. That one house pop-up has so many add-ons. It's incredible. Oh, that's a gingerbread. I already showed you that. And this. Right. And there's that Lorna add-on again. And I'll show you a couple more. Okay, so yeah, Frances Byrne made this. She is in Australia. Isn't that incredible? It's the photo pop. Oh my gosh. And I use this so much, but I make different things with it, and I'll probably never be able to find it now. But, no, it's not going to have, oh, hey, maybe. So with this, nope, not it. Oven. Still very cool, right? The little pie borders. There's a little fall card, right? Another little fall pop-up card. Yeah. What die set is Follow the Yellow Brick Road? This is the photo pop-up. I do not know the number. Maybe is the house pop-up a barn version? No, I don't think we have a barn version of it, but you could use little animals and stuff and make it into a barn. Karina, can you get the photo? Can you get this and do a link, pretty please? And a pink boat, because everybody needs a pink boat. Yeah. See? All kinds of fun stuff in here. Oh, here's Riley, just flying by to say hi. This was a set that was made with our Simon Says set. Look at that. Happy birthday. And I'll show you guys, let me find one more. I'm digging through here. Somebody mentioned the coffee cup earlier, so here you go. Yes, coffee cup pop-up. Photo collage pop-up, that's what you need. All right, everybody, I am out of time. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you so much. You guys know I love my Saturday mornings with you. I love them. I look forward to them so much. Thank you for shopping local and shopping small. We appreciate you more than you will ever know, especially in these economic times. And have a great rest of the day, and good luck to somebody who's going to win that whole die set. Have a great day, everybody.